the most prevalent negative feeling that I have been feeling regularly over the past few years is guilt. And it started when I decided to free myself from the life that was prescribed to me by my culture, my family, my religion, and live a life that is completely dictated by me, by my own wants and needs. And people who are on the other side of this, people who don't understand why I chose to do what I did, the most common feedback, I guess would be a word to use, that I get from them is that I was selfish. That I was selfish for taking my own life into my own hands and doing what I wanted with it. And it makes me angry because I feel that everyone is in charge of their own happiness. And yes, I agree that some of the actions I took, they resulted in negative feelings for others. So for my family, who are now dealing with the fallout of me living the life that I want. For people who aren't in this culture, this might sound completely ridiculous to you, but my parents, it's affecting their well-being very significantly. Whenever they're confronted with the facts of what I am doing, they feel shame, they feel embarrassment, they feel guilt themselves probably for not raising me in the right way. And the actions that I took, yes, they did create this domino effect and create negative feelings in others. But at the same time, if I didn't do what I did, the negative feelings that I would have felt on my own would have been, honestly, would have been unbearable. If I had stayed on that trajectory that I was on and I was living life for other people, how do you think that I would have felt? So selfishness, I feel, is a very tricky concept. I feel guilty because I acknowledge the hurt that I have caused on others, but I continue to live the way that I do because if I don't, then I'm going to cause hurt upon myself. Given that I continue to do what I do, I take on this immense feeling of guilt through myself on a day-to-day basis. But I really shouldn't feel that guilt, because when I feel that guilt, I am basically believing that somebody else's feelings are more important than my own. And if I think that, then I am selfless, which is a good thing. But at the same time, I am betraying myself in a way. If we are not selfish, if we do not look out for ourselves, who is going to look out for us? People, they have not lived your life. Only you have lived your life. Even the person that you are most close with, not your family, not your best friend, nobody knows what it's like to have lived your experiences but you. So therefore, you are the only person that knows what is best for you. And if that's the case, then why is it wrong to be selfish? If you're not selfish and if you don't look out for yourself, then you are not going to be able to make the best decision for yourself. Yes, it's important to consider other people's feelings. I am a very, very empathetic person. I take other people's pain to heart, to the point where I can't even watch, like even watching TV shows or movies that show other people's suffering, I have to cut myself off from those and limit myself to how much I consume that content, because even if it's fictional, I can't handle seeing someone go through something difficult, because it takes a really big toll on my mental state. So I do understand how important it is not to cause suffering upon others. But if you sacrifice yourself for other people, then you are never going to be in a position to do good. So for example, if I didn't do what I did, if I didn't free myself, I would be living a miserable existence and I would be depressed. And don't you think that depression and my family seeing me in that state, would that not also cause them suffering? I feel like no matter what you do, it is near impossible to walk through life without causing suffering upon others. So what you have to do to balance that is you have to do good to alleviate suffering as well. And I've been doing that with these YouTube videos where me talking about my experience has helped so many people across the world who are going through the same thing, who have always felt alone, never felt like anyone else was also experiencing the same thing. I am helping those people and I am instilling a hope in them. At least that's the purpose of why I make these videos. So I really don't think that I need to be feeling guilty anymore. What happened happened. Each and every person's happiness should be their own responsibility. I am not responsible for anyone else's mental well-being. If they choose to be sad or if they choose to be hurt by my actions, that's on them, because I am not committing those actions to specifically hurt those people. I am doing everything that I do to make myself feel at peace in life, which is what we all want, and I shouldn't feel bad for wanting that and having that. So yeah, that's my video. This was not planned at all. I'm probably going to make these kind of videos a regular part of my channel, just stream of consciousness videos, because I just feel like they are the most authentic, which is what I really wanted to do with this channel. I feel like I've been so caught up in the perfectionism, is that a word? Whatever, we're just gonna go with it. The perfectionism of creating videos and the keywords and the topics and the YouTube algorithm, that I feel like I'm starting to lose some of that authenticity, or I'm fearing that I will lose some of that authenticity, which is why I'm making videos like this, because this is my raw form. This is how I am without planning. I am just talking. These feelings are raw. I'm like on the brink of tears right now, but yeah, I think these videos are important for me to make.